everyone, how's it going? It's either real Randy Chavez coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video. We're gonna sit 4chan grub we got today. We have so much to go over. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. And we'll start off with OMI. OMI's up about 2% today. There's $662,000 in volume over on the day, some of which came from the new whale that I had been going and advising. He's got 18 million now. He'll get 20 million before the end of the week. He'll do that, and then we're like, oh, hey, get 25, get 25. Okay, get 30, get 30. Hopefully we'll get him up to 50. That seems like a lot, though. I'm not 100% sure. He's been buying a bunch of this stuff, like random BB stuff. Like, yo, Red Hulk's coming. Should I get him? And we'll get into Red Hulk a little bit later. I will go live for that tomorrow as a deep dive on Red Hulk history and all that. But again, we'll go over him later. But speaking of OMI, again, up 2%, outperforming most of the rest of the top 10. Bitcoin up 1.4%, Ethereum up 1.8%, BNB up like 0.4%. So we're doing really well. I mentioned briefly in a video yesterday, I had dinner with a whale on Friday. Him and a friend of ours, relative of his, both of them together have over 400 million. They'll get over $500 million in OMI before the end of the year. That is, of course, unless OMI decides to have a massive run-up, which is always possible. They do that. I mean, it doesn't make too much sense. Oh, yeah, I'm buying down here. Let me also buy when the price 5x's at 0.003. I'm just not 100% sure what they'll do. Depends what other stuff is going on. Meeting with somebody else tomorrow that is getting into investing, but I'm just not 100% sure what their goals are, risk portfolio is, and all that. So I'll keep you posted. Anyway, shout out to Greg McClure, who had tagged me in this. I love how people tag me in anything 69. He just reached level 69, so everyone comment nice down below with 69. Yes, I'm pretty sure that is the most anyone ever said 69 in a 10-second period. Anyway, moving on from that. One of the things that I noticed, somebody had commented on Facebook, Abdullah Jafar, going and saying, I can't buy more than 3. The screen freezes there. Anyone in the same situation? And he was talking about the dark side one, which my whale that I've been advising, I think he has number 59. He had bought that. I don't know how much he paid for that. I think it was less than 200 that he paid for that. I was like, oh, that's really good. So sub 100. This is really cool. But yeah, it seems that out of the, 1,880 individual holders that there could have been, you have multiple people that are buying multiple of them, and they limited it to max of 3 per person. And again, I'm not 100% sure why they do this, because for something like the Thrawn comic, the commons and uncommons are less than $3. So you would think that they would want that to sell out. They would want to go and make some more money, but they're like, no, we're going to limit you to like 10 per person. I think what they want to do is, or what they're trying to do is saying, hey, we know that some of these are going to be very, very coveted later on. We don't want the whales just chomping and accumulating and have it just be like a 1% app. Because if I'm going to be completely honest, that's the way the app is kind of heading, where a lot of the whales and a lot of 1%, and even if you're not in the 1% right now, there's a greater than 0% chance that you will be. What you have to do to be in that 1%, this gross over $400,000 in a year. If you go and do that, I mean, a lot of people can do that with just OMI. It's not that hard. But being able to go and do that, a lot of other people getting in like, oh, that's not fair. Why didn't you limit the whales doing this? And I think just that's kind of what Veve's doing. So same thing with Dark Side. Only allowed to buy 3. Comment down below how many of those you have, how many you bought on the drop, how many you bought on the secondary, and all that jazz. So Culture Crave over on Twitter said, here's the highest grossing Hollywood films at the worldwide box office. They go over the list. And number 2 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 at 828 million, which is really, really good. And we still do not have that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 poster that we've been promised. Veve and Fandango did a thing saying, oh, hey, you buy tickets on the Fandango website. If you're lucky, we'll go out and send you a redemption code. Use that code in the Veve app, and then you get your poster. They were supposed to send that out on May 31st. It's been almost a month. I don't know what Fandango's doing, but I'm going to choose to take offense. I don't think I'm going to be one of the ones to get the code. I hope I am. But if I'm not, again, I'm not going to be salty. I'm just really wondering. I feel like for the transaction fees, for like fees back and forth, it's kind of it would have done a lot better had it been released close to the movie as opposed to, like a month and a half afterwards. But again, that's just my opinion. Big news of the day. We have Sergio Rodriguez posting on Facebook saying, breaking! Veve enables localization, displays content in user's location by default. Veve has just enabled localization. This means that if you are accessing the website from, let's say, Japan, the content will appear in that location's primary language by default. Remember, I've been saying for a long time, over a year, oh, hey, if you, they could click a button and everything will be translated. Well, they clicked that button. This has been reported by a number of users on Twitter, also logged into the web app, and notice there's a language tab. A number of the features that only a year ago were on the wish list of many users are now a reality. MCP points, calculations, and ranks, done. Waitlist drops, done. Crafting and burning, done. Localization, done. Enhanced search functions, done. This team has focused on building while detractors and naysayers have been doing everything they can to bring the project down. Meanwhile, the project continues to generate over $3 million in revenue each month. I think it's a little bit more than that, but let's, be conservative here. Regularly selling out collections and making the user experience better with each passing day. Not to mention that they introduce new IP on a weekly basis. This team is literally building the future of the collectibles industry, and we are at its footsteps. The future has never looked brighter than it does today. And here's what it is. If you wanted it in Japanese, that is just what it looks like. You see the little red Hulk over there. I think that's really cool. Same thing with the... Imagine if I put this as a thumbnail. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll totally do that. People will be like, ooh, what is that? But all you have to do is on the web app is really go towards the profile, and then you'll see it underneath the settings under languages. And when you do that, you'll get the choice of English, Japanese, French, and Spanish. And those are the ones right now. I think even Veve Meister saying it's happening. Localization, Japanese, Spanish, French, and the web app. I expect the mobile app to follow soon. Not even mad that German is not there yet. It's a difficult language. Let's welcome new users who are not fluent in English. Hashtag VeveFam, you know what to do. And Akomi being Akomi, just posting those eyes. That's not the only thing that Akomi had posted today. Anyway, moving on. So Joshua Leonte says, great. I hope that comics can also be read in other languages, giving them a new utility. Veve Meister said that would be fire. I'm quite optimistic that there will be local comic mangas with very limited edition size. Let's see. And then we have Brockman Blockchain weighing in saying, well, to localize comics is a much bigger lift, especially with older comics that aren't layered to where they can remove bubbles of text and replace them with dynamic bubbles for different text lengths, etc. But it is possible with more newer comics, but still would need a system for it. Aaron says, seems like a lot of work that one experienced worker could fix. Chat GPT, ha 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 ha. Brockman Blockchain says, listen, I designed a system for it like 2 years ago, but it still requires effort from the IP holder. I also would love a blank back page that would allow for stamps, like a passport for all the languages it's been read in. Yeah, if you want to read it in different languages, if you read it in one language, you read it in the others. There are some things that, like video games for, what was it, Luigi's Mansion? No, Super Mario Galaxy, where if you read it in, let's say, like French, it's just different. Some articles are taken out, some things are added in. You just get, it is a different experience, but for a comic, it's not going to be that much. It's going to be what it is. Anyway, moving on here. We have the goat. So I was reading something else and I saw goat. Good times. We have Silicone Secure posting on Twitter saying, in my opinion, I think FUD, market sentiment, market pricing, Veve negativity, community sentiment hit bottom on 25 June 2023 at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Absolutely not financial advice, just my opinion. Gotta love him. And speaking of that, a little bit on the macro, we had somebody do a little bit of digging early this morning on Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, who strongly believes that the future of finance is through DeFi, decentralized finance, and the tokenization of the ledger. And the number one cost of BlackRock is the fees associated with traditional banking, and it feels like there is a war brewing between the two for global control of the finance sector. And I'm not going to lie, with all these major corporations going and trying to file for a Bitcoin ETF, it would make poetic sense that that gets approved, and a whole bunch of money is going to go into the Bitcoin token crypto ecosystem. Anyway, moving on. Brockman blockchain with an update from the Feeshes. The Feeshes say, hello, humans. The Feesh need your help. The Feesh need to speak to the owner of Feesh number 34. If you are the owner of Feesh number 34, please reply here or say hi on the Feesh cord. It is very important. So if you are Feesh holder number 34, comment down below. We have Elon Musk going and posting a rocket. I'm not sure what's in the background. It looks like a V. A couple people posted this and they're just like, oh, does this mean Elon is getting into Veve? Guys, I don't think so. I'm sure that David and Dan could get Elon on the phone. I'm sure they could have a conversation. When you get to be that billionaire status, you can do pretty much whatever you want and get in contact with whoever you want. But yeah, I do not believe that Elon's getting into Veve at this time. I feel like he's got a lot on his plate. He's got a fight to train for. Anyway, also in the macro, $4.2 trillion asset manager Fidelity also to file for a spot Bitcoin ETF. Watcher Guru reports. We have Mattias Buelo over on the Facebook saying, picked up my first partner statue collection, is coming together nicely, and I'm grateful for the accumulation phase. Even though I got wrecked in early 2022, I've made able to maintain the value of my initial investment while adapting to edition sizes and securing new favorites. Average OMI buys are down to 0.0012, which isn't so bad for someone expecting 0.05. Man, that's amazing. I think my average is still above 0.003. So it's quite a lot. Anyway, this person had purchased a partner statue for I think it was $2,300, and it got mint number 155 bananas. Again, San Diego Comic-Con is next month. It is very soon. Somebody was saying like, oh, I don't know if Marvel's going to be there. Very unlikely Veve will. And Alex, of course, had to come in and respond. Listen, Marvel will absolutely be there. Marvel Studios just isn't doing a big Hall H presentation this year where they show all the movies. But they'll definitely be on the floor. And we have Jay Green saying, so nothing official announced either way yet, correct? And Alex G says, nothing official yet. I still think they will be. I don't know what's taking Marvel so long to be like, hey, Veve, come on. It seems obvious that they should at this point. Anyway, we have other big news today. We have Veve Digital Collectibles posting the next Platinum Moments series celebrates Disney 100 Years of Wonder with 3 beloved classic characters from Pixar Animation Studios cast in brilliant platinum. I did a short on this not too long ago with Veve Magic's video on TikTok. I just went over it with a short saying, oh, hey guys, here's what Veve Magic had posted. And it happens to be all of these pins from Disney, and it ranges from Simba to Grogu. It's a bunch of Star Wars, got Elsa, it's got Marvel, and then it also has Pixar. And the 3 Pixar pins that you see in that video are Coco, Woody, and Nemo. Woody is already shown to be the kind of the face of these Platinum Moments, and that's going to come out on Friday. And I'm not gonna lie, I think those are them. If it's just gonna be, let's say, like Woody, Bo Peep, and Buzz, or Rex, and Mr. Potato Head, that's fine too. But again, we already have what looks to be like Platinum Moments from the pins. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be those 3. So Woody, which we've seen a first appearance of already, Nemo, which we have not. We've technically seen, I think, a Nemo on the blockchain via the artworks, but I don't believe he hasn't been in a collectible. So yes, his first appearance on the blockchain would have been in an artwork, if he's in one of those posters. But his first, this will be labeled a first appearance if it is Nemo. It'll say FA on there. And then Coco obviously be a first appearance as well, first appearance on blockchain and in premium digital format. And GW says, will this involve potions again? And Trevor Dietz, we all know him, says, yeah, you're going to have to burn golden moments to get the potions for this set. One, he's absolutely trolling. One, he doesn't know anything from, I'm pretty sure his NDA had expired, or anything that he did know has expired by now, and he doesn't know anything new coming. But on top of that, this is 100% not true. This is not the only time where he's done something like this. In general, that person just is very opinionated on many things that he doesn't truly understand, fully just because there's lack of research done first, or just appeals to a Xander to the audience. Basically, a little while ago, he had said stuff about Illuvium on one of Cavell Anderson's streams, and then hopped onto an Illuvium guild spaces a few days later, and openly admitted that he didn't know about 80% of the game, or things they told him about. most likely applies to knowledge on other things as well. So anything that this person says, do not take any stock in. Even Veve Digital Collectibles had to go and post fake news, as in shoe. No longer do that. Other Veve posts, Jonathan Hickman's reveal the saga of Cyclops and his handpicked squad of mutants. Marvel's X-Men number 2019, number 1, does release on, when is that? On Thursday, 29 June. We have the numbers for that now over on the Veve blog post. It is, I believe, 7,500. Yeah, they're 7,500 mints, $7 per. Listen, this is Jonathan Hickman is one of the most brilliant minds and writers that Marvel has ever seen. I get anything that he does. Speaking of X-Men stuff and drops, we did have a drop sell out today. That was the Uncanny X-Men number 94. That one also, I believe, had 7,500. Where was it? Yeah, that had 7,500. So Veve made about, I don't know, 45, 50K on the drop today. Like it was nothing. No, I don't think anyone even covered this. It just dropped. We're getting to the point, like I said, now things just will sell out just because. Probably because you do have this bull run that seems to be right around the corner. Probably because Veve is absolutely killing it in all these updates. Like just the local, like there was no announcement saying like, yeah, we're going to do a localization. We're going to get a bunch of these things going on with the app, translating the languages. It was just, we did it. We woke up. We're just like, whoa. Europe obviously knew first because it happened while most Americans were sleeping. And Americans woke up to a nice little surprise. It was like back in the day when at nighttime, Americans were talking about invading Area 51 to, I'm not even going to say what they were going to do. And then Europe wakes up and be like, what the heck are they doing over there? Absolutely, I love the internet so much. Also, that Red Hulk, like I said, I will be going live for that tomorrow. There's a lot to go over. I'm really, really bullish on him. He's a great character. Absolutely love him. And like I said, we'll do that tomorrow. Foster Hilt posts, in August of 2021, I made a mistake on Veve that cost me over $100,000 in potential gains. I promised myself that if the opportunity ever presented itself that I would make it right. This is that moment. Foster Hilt put out a video about Secret Rare Spider-Man. Gotta love it. I love that man. He deserves to have a win here. Some Doge Millionaire has posted the $50,000 I put into OMI is $4,500 now. He bought 7.2 million OMI for $50,000. Could you imagine put that in now? Have so much money. You'd have so much OMI. I asked him, I was like, oh, hey, you should come on the podcast to talk about OMI, Grumpy Cat, which I know he has like, I think the biggest wallet in Grumpy Cat, and 4chan, which I told him to buy when it was at like $800,000 market cap. It had gone up to a $30 million market cap. It's still over like an $8 million market cap. It's like almost 10. So it's still a 10x from where I told him to buy it. And yeah, he hasn't done that yet. Anyway, it'll happen. But he has a very interesting following, over 250,000 followers. That post has over 100,000 impressions and views on it. I'm hoping he dollar cost averages. I really hope to get him on the podcast. That would be really, really good for him. Also, we have Robbie Ferguson from Immutable X saying, a pretty insane update. Immutable onboarded more games last month than ever in its lifetime. Incredibly proud of the product and GTM machine that is working tirelessly to bring true property rights to gamers. The endgame infra is here with Immutable and Polygon Labs. And Akomi going and posting, congrats fam, hard work paying off. It 100% is. And that's it for today. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow, 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 meow.